And a bumper crowd watches Gold Rush guru storm home in a Derby Day thriller.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Mike Amor and Rebecca Madden.
Has attracted more than 80,000 to Derby Day, defying crowd expectations.
Gold Rush guru claimed a triumphant win in the Group 1 race despite a rollercoaster day for jockey Jamie Carr.
A mix of grey and blue skies overshadowed by monochrome as far as the eye could see. Punters streamed into Flemington early for day one of the Melbourne Cup Carnival.
You just got to put money on all of them.
More than 80,000 donning their finest black and white for the strictest dress code on the spring racing calendar. From sports stars.
12 o'clock and everyone's already bringing the good vibes.
One of the best days in Melbourne, I feel like. Everyone's out and about, all dressed up.
International models.
I had my glam team over at like 7 a.m.
To the who's who of Melbourne's social scene, rubbing shoulders in the luxurious birdcage marquees.
It's the one that everyone gets really excited about. There's something very Melbourne and chic about the black and white dress code.
Australia's golden girl took a splash. Bows, florals.
I love flowers.
Even an eagle dominating the fashions on the field.
That has inspired me to make this one from here.
Over the next 4 days, it's estimated more than 6,000 glasses of wine will be poured in this bar alone. And while the birdcage is arguably Derby Day's more civilised side, there's still plenty who prefer the trackside attractions.
US superstar and headliner Anastasia preferred to be left outside alone.
We say Derby, but you say Derby. So I feel very fancy in the Derby here.
There were birthdays,
My 30th, yeah.
bucks parties.
My boys got me a cardboard cutout of my fiancée.
And fashion risks.
Lord Farquaad from Shrek.
Some were lucky.
2 from 2.
No, I'm 0 from 2.
You can't win them all.
Australians are crazy about their punting, dude.
The main race of the day came down to the final leg.
Gold Rush guru for South Australia with 100 to go is pulling out. It's the stronger. It's going well. And Gold Rush guru won the Derby.
Jamie Carr bouncing back from a blood nose to ride Gold Rush guru to glory. Tyra Stowers, 7 News.
And Abby Gelmy is here. Abby, it was a full day of drama for Jamie Carr.
Yeah, Becca, the star jockey was in tears earlier in the meet with plenty of twists and turns, including a suspension.
Well, Abby Gelmy is back with sport now. Abby, the Melbourne Cup barrier draw has just taken place.
It's the big one, Beck. We'll tell you how the favourite has drawn after the break. Welcome back. Melbourne Cup favourite Buckaroo faces a tough test after drawing wide. He'll jump from barrier 21. Well, Bam will jump from barrier 11, currently second favourite with the bookies. One Smooth operator's out of barrier 12, but he'll have a big ask for Chris Waller's 6-year-old.
Barrier 21 for Buckaroo in this year's Cup on Tuesday.
Sea King has drawn barrier 1. It was a day of twists and turns for Jamie Carr at Flemington, topped off by winning the Victoria Derby. The star jockey overcame emotion, blood and drama to come out on top on the first day of the Melbourne Cup Carnival.
The day begun under tough circumstances for Jamie Carr. A win that means so much, another will by a length and a quarter. A win after the passing of Colin McKenna, the owner of Another Will.
Doesn't feel real, but he carried us over the line then because these gaps weren't there and then they were there.
Then a reality check in the next race for Carr, her ride playing up, heading into the barriers, leading to a blood nose.
Jamie Carr has been stood down by the doctor, and so Hurry Curry is a late scratching.
But the best was still to come. And they're racing. The country's oldest classic delivered a golden day for Carr in the Derby. Gold Rush guru for South Australia with 100 to go is pulling out. It's the stronger. It's going well.
The owner said, you know what fixes broken noses? Champagne. I have plenty waiting for you when you cross the line first, so I'll hold him to that.
Then it was revealed the star jockey pleaded guilty to careless riding in race 2. She'll race on Cup Day but will be suspended for Oaks and Stakes days. A stallion-making race, the Coolmore Stud Stakes over 1,200 metres. The first Group 1 of the Carnival going to Switzerland. This is going to be dominant. Switzerland a big winner by 2.5. James McDonald has now won 3 of the last 4 Coolmores. This, Chris Waller's 6th.
Just an awesome win. It was really good. It was dominant. It was arrogant. So many great stories are made here, and yeah, I guess, yeah, it's just a privilege to be here.
Waller and McDonald then backed it up, taking out another Group 1, the Empire Rose.
Amelia's Jewel just in front of a Tissue diving. It's a head bobbing go. A Tissue wins.
The atmosphere to riding on these big days or competing on big days is second to none, so love it.
In Sydney, Bella Nipotina took her career earnings to over $22 million, second to only Winks, winning the $3 million Russell Balding Stakes. Lake Forest won the $10 million Golden Eagle. Tim Hipsley, 7 News.
Punters out there will agree with you. It's a tough day at the office, as they'd say. Thank you, Jamie Carr. Good to ride in the Melbourne Cup after a dramatic build-up to the great race.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Rebecca Madden and Mike Amor.
Okay.
Can't even ride a normal bike these days. Have you tell me you see his sport?
Money in the Melbourne Cup. International trainers are hoping to claim back the Melbourne Cup after 3 years of local dominance. With the final field set, there's one last vet check pending for a few overseas stars.
A final hit out at Werribee. This is the home for international runners in the Melbourne Cup. French gelding Vauban now the favourite for the second year in a row. Harry Eustace trained Sea King has made the journey over from the UK, booking a spot after a debut victory in the Bendigo Cup.
It's all pretty new to him, the tie-ups and all that sort of stuff is very different to how it happens at home, but he was very relaxed. Bendigo Cup Day versus Melbourne Cup Day have a different feel to it, so that'll be part of the challenge for him.
Eustace is a household name in the racing world. His brother David won the iconic race with Gold Trip in 2022.
Winning it isn't something we've sort of let ourselves consider just yet, but as I say, it's a huge race to be a part of.
Brian Ellison has had his fair share of bad luck racing in Australia, with a number of runners previously scratched at the last minute. Despite that, he keeps coming back.
It's a fantastic place to come. Racing's good, people are nice.
One smooth operator passing yesterday's vet test after failing a day earlier. There's one more to get through tomorrow.
It's not pleasant when your horses you come out here and you don't run, but we had that little bit mishap with the shoe, and but it's treatable, so it was fine.
Ellison coming to Australia with low expectations, but after his 7-year-old gelding had a convincing Geelong Cup win, he's daring to dream.
Hopefully win the Melbourne Cup, and that'll be good as well. We'll see.
Kate Massey, 7 News.
Racing revellers roll into Melbourne, live to Flemington for the countdown to the Cup.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Peter Mitchell starts now.
To some brighter news now, and the finishing touches are being applied at Flemington on the eve of Australia's greatest horse race. Officials are busy preparing for the 164th running of the Melbourne Cup as racegoers arrive by air, land and even sea.
A Cup Eve tradition crowns Call of the Card, where cash is king.
1,000 each way. $500,000.
Race favourite Caulfield Cup runner-up Buckaroo spent the morning relaxing at Altona Beach, while his trainer felt the pressure trackside.
And always nerve-breaking for the coach of a team to make sure that they're passing their relevant tests.
Over near the airport, 1,000 lucky racing fans were given the chance to meet their idols and pose with the $750,000 trophy. The Living Legends event was in lieu of the annual parade, which was cancelled for the second year in a row, this time organisers blaming Metro tunnel works in the city.
It's very nice, it's got a lovely feel. It's lovely that all the champions are here. And I'll be glad when we go right back into town. I like it when it's in the centre of the city.
So too would the 3,000 Sydney-siders who sailed into Port Melbourne this morning on a Cup-themed cruise.
The atmosphere begins the second you step on board.
The 6-day celebration features a fashion parade, fascinator workshops and a glimpse into the big day.
I'd love to call the race, but I don't have my binoculars.
Here's your binoculars.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Down they come, 200 metres to go. It's a race into.
Another 2 cruise ships will arrive here tomorrow morning, dropping off almost 7,000 more Cup attendees into Melbourne. The 3 combined expected to make up more than 10% of the total crowd.
With the 3 ships, it brings about $10 million to Melbourne.
General admission is completely sold out. The VRC expects more than 90,000 to be trackside tomorrow.
It's the race that stops the world now. It used to stop the nation.
Beth and Yeoman, 7 News.
Draw for Australia's best hope is confident the wide barrier draw will make no difference to the chances of his star gelding Buckaroo at Flemington tomorrow. The master trainer is aiming for his second at Melbourne Cup and will settle up 5 runners in the great race.
A final sunrise session before their most important race of the year. These Melbourne Cup stars soaking it all in. The next stop, Flemington. Chris Waller hoping to win his second Melbourne Cup. The star trainer has 5 chances this year. His best hope, 6-year-old gelding Buckaroo from barrier 21.
I'm not too concerned about the draw for Buckaroo. He's done a lot of work. So when you're doing a lot of work, you're scared that you might be doing too much with them and just jading them slightly. But was quite the opposite. He said, I'm ready to go. So that was great with him.
His main competition, International Vauban. His jockey, William Buick, flying in from the UK for the ride.
The Cup last year, he had a fair level of form, but again, this year he's stepped up again. So obviously he's carrying the weight for it, but his form is rock solid in the UK and Ireland.
Karen McAvoy has won the Melbourne Cup 3 times, today reminiscing with his past winners, Almandon and Brew. He could become just the 3rd jockey to win 4 times. This year with 7-year-old gelding, Absurd.
If I was able to achieve that by equalling the record, it would just be the cherry on top. There's a few butterflies, which is good to feel because it means so much. Yeah, looking to put some previous experience to good use tomorrow.
There's 4 female jockeys in this year's Cup, a new record. Jamie Carr riding on board Akita Sushi for Kieran Ma. The field also includes debutante Winona Costin partnering with Positivity.
It's just a childhood dream come true. Everything about it is just so special.
Kate Massey, 7 News.
And don't forget, tomorrow it's the big dance with $3 million up for grabs. Seven's coverage is live and free from midday.
Glory. Famous faces among us. Tonight, from the stage to the saddle, the singer who rode a roughie to Melbourne Cup glory. Famous faces among a sellout crowd as Flemington puts on a party to remember. A man gunned down near a Frankston North Park, the crucial clue that could help catch the shooter. No early Christmas present for home buyers as the Reserve Bank keeps interest rates on hold. America prepares for violence on the eve of the most brutal election it's ever seen. And tributes for the ultimate music maestro.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Peter Mitchell starts now.
Good evening. An Irish jockey with the voice of an angel has ridden into Melbourne Cup folklore with the most unlikely of wins aboard rank outsider Knight's Choice. It was a dream Cup debut for Robbie Dolan, who first starred on our screens as a singing contestant on The Voice. Blake Johnson kickstarts our Cup coverage from Flemington.
Racing's new Knight in shining armour. Knight's Choice warp speed, they hit the line. It's a photo finish. Knight's Choice, I reckon's one from warp speed. Luck of the Irish with jockey Robbie Dolan pulling off a daring ride to win Australia's greatest race.
I'm with Melbourne Cup jockey Robbie Dolan. How's that sound?
Wow, pinch me. I think I'm dreaming. It's incredible. I can't believe it. I don't even know what to say.
It was Dolan's first ever ride in the Cup. The Queensland-based rider striking the perfect chord aboard $63 outsider Knight's Choice.
This is the biggest race in the world. And to win it, it's just incredible. I got my family here, my partner Christine, our little baby, Maisie. My dad flew over from Ireland and now you got me in tears.
Handy with a horse and a microphone.
Oh, yeah.
So come on, let it go. Just let it be. Why don't you be you?
Rockin' Robbie first shot to prominence 2 years ago on Seven's The Voice.
I think I'll be singing for the rest of my life after that. What the hell? Thank you so much.
Double delight for co-trainers Sheila Laxon and John Simons. Sheila with her second Cup after training Ethereal in 2001. Japanese horse Warp Speed was second, Akita Sushi third. The day's opening race involved a sprint for best seats. You'll need deep pockets to buy this hat. The Fashions on the Field winner took 50 hours to make by hand.
What do you reckon that's worth?
That's a lot.
call me.
They had cowboys in the men's competition. Some gave lip service to fashion, others were a head above the rest.
How many doorways have you walked into today?
It's like a cat with whiskers, you know? You got to be cautious everywhere you go.
And you had to be cautious with the sun. Shade was hot property. 90,000 in here, millions watching around Australia, and the Melbourne Cup has international appeal too. It's broadcast into more than 260 countries and territories. Away from Flemington, the public holiday was celebrated with picnics by the river and lunch at the pub. No celebrating for a small group of anti-horse racing protesters on Racecourse Road. But inside the gates, a party for Knight's Choice owners and the odd punter who picked the outsider.
Only 35 each way, so it'll probably pay around $2 grand.
Blake Johnson, 7 News.
And Melbourne's weather got the memo with perfect conditions trackside for the great race. Beth and Yeoman joins us now from Flemington. Beth, the birdcage was jam-packed with famous faces.
Mitch, some of the world's biggest stars were trackside today, enjoying the spoils of the luxury marquees. Colour was very much on the agenda, and the bolder the better for the who's who of music, entertainment and sport. Among those celebs who jetted in, actress Elizabeth Hurley, who's still turning heads. Paying homage to the Cup's famous Yellow Roses, British actress Elizabeth Hurley joining a long list of big names flocking to the birdcage. Legendary rocker Sir Bob Geldof loving our weather but not the rules.
I walked into this and I just thought, this is crazy, you know. It's got, even though it's formal and they require you to do things, I think that's cool.
While Irish pop icon Ronan Keating astonished at our public holiday.
Only in Australia would the kids get a day off school for a horse race. I think it's just genius, it's brilliant.
Hotel heiress Nikki Hilton was back after 21 years. Last time, the socialite caused a stir with Sister Paris. This time, it was all about showcasing a new fashion range with Australian designer Rebecca Valance.
It's very nostalgic to be back. I'm not with my sister this year, I'm with my other sister.
Ruby red was the colour du jour, accessorised with pillbox hats and glamorous scarves.
I feel like today is definitely the fashion day, so lots of glam this morning, getting clients ready, but I'm really looking forward to a fun day at the track.
Red's kind of like my thing at the moment, so I'm enjoying some colour.
Big Hats offered a 2-for-1 fashion accessory in the searing heat. Some went all out with bows and embellishments, while others got thrifty.
This dress was made by my mum, so it was actually one of our cheapest outfits of the week, $40 it cost to make.
There were caviar trains, plenty of champagne.
I got a bit hyped about it. I think I hit the roof, so we're all good.
And quirky entertainment to keep the crowds energised between races. Blue was the colour of choice for fashion-conscious men, with many sporting contrasting jackets and pants, some lashing out with daring ties. But as the weather heats up, for most punters, comfort is key.
Anything that looks good on you, that's the number one thing. If something looks good on you, then it's gonna pop.
Beth and Yeoman, 7 News.
A man is fighting for life after being shot and open until 9 o'clock on Friday night. Tim's here now with sport, and Tim, the Melbourne Cup winner was a bargain buy.
Mitch, a real long shot. Will tell you how much Knight's Choice was bought for next. Plus, we'll head to Crown and catch up with the winning connections as the party just gets started. The most unlikely of Melbourne Cup champions. Robbie Dolan upstaging a high-profile field in his Cup debut, producing a history-making ride.
A brave knight's tale, one that will be told over and over again.
I can't believe it. I don't even know what to say.
He didn't have to.
'Cause you said best. Come on, let me hear you.
Rockin' Robbie's dream debut of a different kind after shooting to stardom on Channel 7's The Voice.
Okay. That was mad.
But not as mad as what was about to unfold at Flemington.
Ready to go, and they're racing.
As a nation and County Kildare came to a standstill. The rank outsider bought for $85,000, upstaging racing royalty in a photo finish. A second Melbourne Cup for trainer Sheila Laxon after Ethereal's win in 2001. Owners recently rejecting an offer for $2.3 million. That choice now looking a masterstroke. None prouder than Dolan's dad, Bobby, as reality sank in for racing's newest champion.
We got here earlier, we just watched James ride a couple of winners and, you know, she's got a bleeding movie, you know what I mean?
Japanese horse Warp Speed finished second. Akita Sushi was third. At Royal Randwick, Kieran Maher's stunning run continued.
Gringotts wins the big dance. Gringotts by 3/4 to Vivier.
The win taking Maher's stable earnings this season to more than $30 million. Theodoropoulos, 7 News.
And Kate Massey is live at tonight's winners' party. And Kate, there's no surprises who the star attraction will be.
Well, Tim, there's absolutely no surprises. I do have the great man with me, Robbie. He's brought the cup with him as well. Talk us through how special is this moment for you?
Oh, very special. You know, it's probably one of the biggest races in the whole world, and to win it with all my family around me is just incredible.
And you said before, these sort of things don't happen to your family. You're from a little small town. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, from a small town in Ireland. My parents will probably be the most famous people in the town now for the rest of their lives, so it's great.
What, have you had the conversation, obviously, with your dad and your friends are here now? How special is it to celebrate with them?
It'll be a long night, I'll tell you that much.
You have to ride on Thursday as well. You're definitely doing that, you've told us?
Yeah, I'll be there on Thursday. I wouldn't want to let anyone down, but we'll celebrate tonight.
And we know you're obviously a gun singer as well. What will be the rendition tonight?
It'd be rude not to sing horses later on, wouldn't it? We'll definitely have to sing that. We'll give that a belt more than once, probably.
Congratulations, an incredible win.
Thank you.
It'll be a big night here, Tim, of celebrations. Well deserved as well.
Thanks, Kate.